This guy. You know, you don't want to fight. He's got a big fight coming with Mike Tyson, but he's glad
Donald Trump just dropped a shocking message about Mike Tyson that's causing a stir everywhere. When a former US president warns Jake Paul that he stands zero chance against Tyson, it's hard to ignore. But, naturally, Jake Paul, the internet's favorite spotlight chaser, thought he could easily ride off Tyson's fame. With Tyson sporting some new hair and a few wrinkles, Jake assumed the boxing legend might be past his prime. But Trump set the record straight, making it clear just how disastrously wrong Jake's assumptions could be. Tyson might look a little older, but underestimating him could be a career-ending mistake. Trump's words made one thing obvious: Jake is seriously out of his league. So, hold on, because this story only gets crazier, and Tyson's legacy isn't something to take lightly, especially not by someone chasing viral fame.
Would say this is not a good thing. I know Iron Mike, and he's a great guy, Mike Tyson. A great guy. He's a good man. Hey, Mike's been through a lot, but he could fight. Let me tell you, that guy could fight. But can you imagine Mike? Oh, he says, put Mike in the ring.
As the countdown to the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight began, Trump, being Trump, couldn't resist adding his signature flair to the conversation. Half jokingly, or maybe not, he suggested that he'd love to see Tyson face off against Vice President Kamala Harris in a boxing match. Because of course, nothing spells a great idea quite like pairing a former heavyweight champion with the Vice President of the United States. Unsurprisingly, this comment landed as awkwardly as a lead balloon at a helium convention, leaving everyone wondering just how serious he actually was.
this guy. You know, you don't want to fight. He's got a big fight coming with Mike Tyson. But he's glad he didn't fight Mike when Mike was 19. He told me that today. But he's a fantastic guy, very talented guy.
Trump has now thrown his support behind Jake Paul, suggesting that Tyson's age could finally lead to his downfall. This isn't just a casual nod. Trump's betting that Paul's youth might outshine every punch Tyson has ever thrown. These remarks have put Tyson in a strange position. Here's a guy who has been through thick and thin with Trump, but now finds himself part of an unexpected circus. Tyson's familiar with controversy, but this is a whole new level. He's gearing up to face Jake Paul in the ring, not get dragged into a political spectacle. Meanwhile, Trump seems to be watching the chaos unfold from his golden tower, likely with a knowing grin, waiting for the world to realize the brilliance of his move.
Segment you've all been waiting for, but on November 15th at AT&T Stadium, Mike Tyson will enter the ring to battle Jake Paul.
Tyson, the former heavyweight champ, now 58 years of age, obviously coming out of retirement for this bout against the 27-year-old Paul, a YouTuber turned fighter.
Boxing legend Mike Tyson is about to face Jake Paul in what might be the most surreal matchup ever. Imagine a classic movie star stepping into the ring with a YouTube influencer who still thinks sending nudes is peak comedy. It's bizarre. And the stakes couldn't be higher. If Tyson loses, it's not just a defeat to Paul, it's a blow to his entire legacy. This would be like Michael Jordan losing a one-on-one to someone in Crocs. But here's the twist: Trump is openly rooting for Jake Paul to beat one of the most formidable fighters in history. Why? Because in Trump's view, Paul's young blood gives him an edge. It's a shocking endorsement, one that adds even more drama to a showdown that already has fans on edge.
While Trump was running the economy. As you can see in every category, energy, gasoline, rent, and food, the numbers are exponentially lower, and the lowest of the past 30 years of presidents. Again, regardless of your emotion, I'm just presenting you with facts. Do I think Donald Trump is a perfect human being?
Nothing screams winning formula like a YouTube star who starts beef with anyone whose hair doesn't match his own. But it's not just about age. Trump's endorsement of Jake Paul is a strategic move. Paul has openly supported Trump, so naturally Trump's reciprocating with his backing. Paul's social media clout, unapologetic antics, and knack for getting under people's skin make him the ideal fighter in Trump's eyes. Tyson, on the other hand, represents legacy, a quality that, in Trump's world, only goes so far. When there's an influencer who's better tuned to the meme-driven social media frenzy, Trump knows who keeps his audience entertained. For Trump, Paul's internet-savvy style is worth more than Tyson's legendary status, adding fuel to this already explosive showdown.
And like you're insulted by the suggestion that you're too old for this. Is that a fair statement?
Hey, listen, You can't compare me with other people my age because other people at my age haven't been training as long as me and consistent.
Now, it's a whole new game with Trump's political endorsement on the line, and Jake Paul is unexpectedly at the top of the list. Tyson's legendary status is taking a backseat to Trump's unique brand of politics, creating a fascinating dynamic to watch. Tyson may be a boxing legend, but he's not the political pawn he once was. Meanwhile, Trump's alliances are as unpredictable as the stock market, and right now, Paul seems to have the advantage. The Trump-Tyson connection is truly unlikely. You'd expect to see this duo as the punchline on late-night TV, not standing side by side in the history books. Yet here they are, intertwined in a spectacle blending boxing, politics, and social media.
And you know, he was good to everybody when they was giving them free tickets and free hotel rooms. You know, he just became a president, and I guess his politics changed or whatever it is. But I always remember him for being a good guy, paying me a lot of money.
Back in the 1980s, Trump, the ambitious real estate tycoon, and Tyson, the heavyweight champ who could practically knock out opponents with a sneeze, were perfectly aligned and on the same page.
The opening bell, let's see what happens. Tyson attacks immediately, cuts off the ring, throws him with just underway. Speaks through it. Tyson showing no fear, no respect at all here in round one.
It all began when Trump hosted Tyson's infamous 1988 knockout of Michael Spink's a 91-second fight, about as long as it takes most people to pick a Netflix show. In an instant, Trump became the host of the boxing event of the century. His casino was raking in money, and Tyson left with his status as the most feared fighter firmly intact. It was a win-win for everyone involved. That fight was meant to be a career-defining moment, yet it became a 1-minute highlight reel on Trump's casino marquee, cementing both their legacies.
For me, anybody running, I don't care who they're, Republican, Independent, I'm a bad nigga to them. I'm not going to let them look then. I don't look good around these Republican guys or Democratic guys, the people who are just, you know what I mean, politically inclined. So that's just
Fast forward a few years, and Tyson hit rock bottom, convicted of a serious crime and heading to prison. But Trump didn't cut ties. Instead, he advocated for Tyson's right to train while incarcerated and suggested that future fight earnings go to charity. Trump, always unpredictable, proved that he didn't need PR advisors. He preferred to keep everyone guessing with his next move, making headlines by standing by Tyson in a time of crisis.
Tyson endorses Donald Trump.
Trump.
Tyson didn't forget Trump's support. In 2015, when Trump made his big presidential debut and faced a wave of backlash, Tyson was there, praising him and calling him a good guy, despite the criticism. He followed a similar pattern, now quiet in his support, yet steadfast. This raises the question, was their loyalty based on a deep, unbreakable bond, or was it just strategic? Perhaps they both saw each other as useful allies. Trump could serve as the endorsement machine for Tyson's comebacks, while Tyson could act as a reminder to Trump's fans that he knows how to keep tough, loyal friends. Let's face it, loyalty in their world is as reliable as an umbrella in a hurricane. Yet here they are, holding on to this unusual alliance like it's some kind of historic pact. But now, with Trump endorsing Jake Paul, it's like tossing a lit match into a pool of gasoline. The boxing world is suddenly split into two camps, Team Trump and Paul versus Team Tyson, the old school icon. The stakes have never been higher.
Waiting for, but on November 15th at AT&T Stadium, Mike Tyson will enter the ring to battle Jake Paul.
Tyson, the former heavyweight champ, now 58 years of age, obviously coming out of retirement for this bout against the 27-year-old Paul, a YouTuber turned fighter.
This fight is no longer just about who's better in the ring. It's become a full-on spectacle, a soap opera with every jab carrying political weight and every knockdown feeling like a referendum on the world state. On one side, you've got Trump's crowd, the social media savvy, meme-obsessed Gen Z brigade. On the other, Tyson's hardcore fans, who see Instagram influence as something for other people's kids. The contrast between the two camps is staggering.
Mike would say, this is not a good thing. I know Iron Mike, and he's a great guy, Mike Tyson. A great guy. He's a good man. Hey, Mike's been through a lot, but he could fight. Let me tell you, that guy could fight. But can you imagine Mike? Oh, he says, put Mike in the ring.
Let's revisit that infamous comment about Kamala Harris, because honestly, it's the cherry on top of this entire circus. With his classic sense of humor, Trump thought it would be hilarious to suggest Tyson face off against Harris in the ring. Because of course that's a perfectly normal thing to joke about. So, what's really at stake in this big fight? The legacy of one of the greatest boxers ever, Mike Tyson, versus a YouTuber who rose to fame pulling pranks and doing backflips into pools. And who's Trump backing?